Well, you left you left that late, didn't you? Really, that was a very close result.
No, it was. Yeah, they're a tough team. I said that before the game. PNG, they're always going to turn up. They're very passionate. They always play tough. They always hit hard. They always run hard, and that's exactly what they did. And we've got a lot more in us. We're going to be a lot better. We certainly learn a little bit from that game, and the most important thing too is that we found a win. We didn't play our best, but we found a way to win, and that's really important. That shows our class, and we also get a real run into our legs and some real match fitness out of that, and we're going to be better next week, there's no doubt.
Did you think that's significant? The guys haven't played for some time, and getting 80 minutes in a real workout.
I thought there was a number of players that looked like they hadn't played for a little while, and that's certainly the case. And there's a number of guys that obviously had a run last week, but there's a number of guys who couldn't have a run last week for different reasons as well. So, as a team, we're going to get a lot better off the back of that. We're a little bit clunky at times and missed a few things that we'll be better at, but you get better by playing footy, and that's what we're going to do.
Siua, tell us about that passage of play where you put the kick through and.
I don't know how I ended up with the ball. Yeah, obviously it was last, so I just needed to get the ball out of my hand. It was good to see the other two front rowers. They were able to get there and score, which was good. So we had something happen over that kick.
When was the last time you kicked in a game, Siua?
I can't remember.
Kicks goals every week.
Kristian, key on that hooker, 106 kilo dummy half. How did that come about, and is it something you'll persist with?
Oh, look, we'll figure out whether we persist with it through the week. We'll have a look at some video and make some decisions from there. But Sleeve is obviously out at the moment. He's come into camp with a little bit of an injury, and that's an area that we only had to make a decision there as to what we were going to carry in terms of playing 9. And with Sleeve out, obviously we just wanted to put someone in there that we thought had the skill. He's a terrifically skillful player, Keon, and done a great job, I thought, as well. And some of his passes probably weren't right on the point, but I knew he could defend there. I knew he'd play tough, and we knew he'd keep it nice and simple. I thought he got us off to a good start. So.
Kristian, how special was it to play the game at a stadium that obviously means a lot to you?
Yeah, look, extremely special. You're right, it does mean a lot to me, this stadium. And we walked in the other day for captain's run, and it just feels like you're coming home, I suppose. And it's got a great feel about it, and a place I love coming to. So it makes it special. And I've spoken plenty of times about how much I think of these blokes, and the way they carry themselves, and the way they play, and the way they turn up for each other and represent their country. And to be able to be here with them at a place that means a lot to me is really special.
David, we haven't heard much from you since you made your decision. You've worn the colours twice now. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey, your last month?
Feels good, Thank the staff first and the boys, for picking me in this side and to represent my culture, my dad's side, and everyone back home. It means a lot to me, and hopefully get the opportunity again next week.
What's it been like, sort of going out there and wearing the colours for the first time? And being
it's good. I wore it when I was younger, playing local footy, but it means a lot. Wearing at the professional level, like I said, grateful to be wearing these colours, and
Dave, how easy has it been to come into a side where you're not just the one star, there's about 17 others? A club where you do have that expectation on you, right?
We're fortunate enough to have the Tongan-based players, that we have, and across the NRL and Super League here, and for myself, is just buying in and coming together and coming into the these boys here, Siua next to me, leadership and that, just trying to connect with them and play with them.
Kristian, the result tonight means you'll probably miss England in quarterfinals. How important is the victory?
Yeah, look, whoever you play in a quarter-final, it's going to be a tough game. There's no doubt about that. And England were really impressive the other night. As I said, I thought they were really impressive. And people have talked about Samoa not being where they could and should be, but you can't take away from England how they played. And it didn't come as a surprise to me. I know those players, and I know how good some of them are. So we expected them to perform really well. But if we get to quarter-finals and we've got a couple of games that we've got to win first, whoever we play, there's going to be a tough game. Whether it's Samoa, whether it's England, we know that we're going to have to be really good. We're going to have to improve on tonight, and we're going to have to work really hard to win it.
Kristian, you kind of hinted at it there. Jack Wellesby was amazing for England on Saturday. Were you proud watching him tear up Samoa like he did?
Yeah, I was really proud watching him. He's a terrific player, he's a terrific person, and there's no surprises there. I see what he does every week, so it didn't surprise me at all that he was so dominant, and I thought he was the best player on the field.
You're going to try and steal him away to the Dolphins?
That's a load of questions. I signed him here for 3 years, so I can't do that.
See, with the Cornwall guys were in here a second ago, and they said that they'd been inspired by what you guys did in 2017, and Samoa was saying that openly before their game on the weekend. You kind of created a monster, really. Haven't you? Your opposition are all lifting against you now. You sort of can't catch anyone by surprise anymore.
Yeah, obviously, like what we did 2017 was more for our people, was more giving back to our families, and now seeing teams like PNG and especially Samoa, what they're doing now, obviously not playing for the money, but they're playing for more for their families, for their people, and representing them well. So that's what we've been doing, and it's good to have this young giant here come on board as well, which is good. So yeah, like I said before, we're only doing this for the next generation, for the young kids. So hopefully one day we can see them putting on this jersey and representing their families.
David, can you just tell us a little bit more? When did you start thinking about playing for Tonga at the World Cup?
Yeah, I was going to play the mid-year test, but fortunately I done my knee, my MCL. I had a couple of chats with Wolfie, and yeah, the opportunity came at the end of the year, and had a really good chat with my father, and yeah, I really love my dad, and I think it's just the right time, for myself, and I'm a young kid and that, do it for him and do it for my family and for the boys, and I'm really close with a few of the boys in this camp, and yeah, just to do it for my grandparents and all that, make them happy, and yeah, it was good.
What did your dad say to you?
He got teary, when I said I'm going to play for Tonga, and yeah, I know he'll be watching. He was watching this morning, and yeah, just to do it for him and all my family back in Ipswich and that. So yeah, it's good.
Talking about 2017, mate, your cousin Andrew was one of the guys that was a big, he led that push. Did you talk with Andrew about that decision?
Yeah, Andrew always wanted me to always, come on board and that. I was 17 back then, 2017, so I was in high school still. So yeah, just to to see these guys what they done, back then, it's a real honour to be a part of it now, and we're only building. We've got heaps of young bucks in the locker room there, and hopefully we'll stay together and keep moving forward.
Got to ask you the one question I ask you every week: how's Will Hopewell? I ask you that every week. Is he likely to play in the next game? Is he fit enough?
He won't play next week, but he's a real chance against Cook Islands, and I know what sort of class Will's got, and I've got to remember that Saints this year we never lost a game with Will Hopewell playing, so I think that speaks volumes of his class and his influence on a team, and I also know how much it means to him to play for Tonga. So if he's ready to play Cook Islands, he'll play Cook Islands. If he's not ready for Cook Islands, then he'll certainly play in a quarter-final.
Wolf, is it the same with Siua? I know he's really important to you. Play 9 half, do you think in quarters or back end of the group stage?
Oh, look, I think he'll be a little bit earlier. It'll be a chance for next week against Wales, and if he's not quite right, then we'll save him for Cook Islands and go from there.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ross.